Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Savanda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. जय श्री आदि कुंभेश्वर स्वामी की जय। जय श्री एकादशी महामहोत्सव की जय। जय श्री कुंभकोणम धाम की जय। प्रभुपाद की जय। गुरु महाराज की जय। हरि ओम तत्सत। Hare Krishna. So a happy Pashankusha Ekadashi to everyone. So it's very fortunate that we are able to be in such a wonderful dham to on an Ekadashi day. It was actually not planned, isn't it? So it's a blessing, Lord's plan. And as you all know, whatever seva, chanting you do on an Ekadashi day is multiplied many-fold. So try to chant more rounds, try to discuss more Krishna Katha, and try to meditate more on the Lord so that we will get maximum mercy on this particular day. So right now we are sitting in the Adi Kumbeswara Swami temple. In Kumbkonam, this is considered as the oldest temple in Kumbkonam, Adi Kumbeswara Swami. So how this Adi Kumbeswara Swami? Adi Kumbeswara Swami is of course Mahadeva. So how this temple came forth is when Palaya Madhanam was happening. What is Palaya Madhanam? Samudra Manthan, right? So before we start anything auspicious, we are supposed to do a puja for the Lord. That's how we start. So the Devatas, they also wanted to do some puja before they start churning the Milky Ocean. So what they did, they took a kumbha, and in that kumbha, they did avahanam of Lord Vishnu. That is usually done, isn't it? In many auspicious festivals, we'll keep a kumbha and we'll do avahanam. And now the Lord's avahanam has happened. Now who will do the puja? For doing puja, arati, we need two basic qualifications. One is we need to know the mantra, the tantra, all those things which are required to do the puja, isn't it? Like there is something called Agama Shastras. You know what are Agama Shastras? Agama Shastras are that part of our scriptures which discuss the details of worshipping a particular deity. So there are three types of Agama Shastras: Vaishnava Agamas, Shaiva Agamas, and Shakta Agamas. So if it is a Vishnu temple, you have to follow the rules of the Vaishnava Agama. If it's a Shiva temple, Shaiva Agama, and if it's a Devi temple, it is Shakta Agamas. So as per Agama Shastras, three important things are discussed: Mantra, Tantra, and Yandra. So what is mantra? We know different mantras. And why we need to chant mantra before doing deity worship? Because our mind is most of the time defocused, very scattered. So when you start chanting mantras, what will happen? Mananat trayate iti mantraha. So what is mantra? Mantra means manana. By doing manana, by doing chanting, it will purify the mind. That is why mantras are important. Then there is something called tantra. Tantra means there are so many mudras and everything. Have you seen in some temples they will show mudras like this with the hand? No, that is tantra. Then there is yandra. Have you seen yandras? Yeah. It is a pictorial representation which attracts a lot of spiritual energy. So that is yandra. So a worshipper should be expert in all these three things. That is a basic qualification of a worshipper. And the second qualification is he should be very pure. That is why when we enter a Garbhagriha or an altar, what we do, we take bath, we wear fresh clothes, and even after that, we enter by doing achamanam. Isn't it? What is the purpose of doing achaman? To purify. What kind of purification? Two kinds of purification. External and internal. Om apavitra pavitrova sarvavasthan gatopiva yasmaren pundarikaksha sa bakhya abhyandara shuchihi. Bakhya shuchi means external cleanliness. Abhyandara means internal. So the worshipper should be very pure externally, internally. So what are the two qualifications of a worshipper? He should know the mantras, the Agama Shastra. Second, he should be pure. So the Devatas were wondering, now Vishnu is already here. Who is the best person to worship Vishnu in the Kumbha form? So they all selected Mahadeva. Mahadeva is an expert in Mandra, Tandra, Indra, everything. Because in fact he is a teacher, he is a trainer for Agama Shastras. In which form Mahadeva trains rishis? Dakshinamurti. He takes the form of Dakshinamurti and he teaches the rishis about all these Mandra, Tandras and Indras. So he is an expert. And is he pure? Why he is always pure? He always stays in crematorium. Crematorium is a contaminated place. But we say Mahadeva is pure. How come? Because he does two things. One is he always chants Ramanama. So wherever you are, if you are chanting Ramanam, you will become pure. And another thing is, he is always having Charanamrita on his head. We have only once in a day, but he is having 24 hours on his head. What is the name of that Charanamrita? Ganga. So he is Gangadhara. So no one is more pure than Mahadeva. So he was selected and he started doing worship. So when he started doing worship with so much of bhakti, the Lord Vishnu, who was present subtly, aprakata form, became prakata to him. What is the difference between aprakat and prakat? Prakata means you can perceive with your eyes. That is prakata rupa. Aprakata means you cannot see. For example, in Naimisharanya, the Lord is present, but he is aprakata. He is present in what form? Aranya. That is why it is known as Naimisha Aranya. Aranya means forest. What is the name of one Kanda in Ramayana? Aranya Kanda. Why it is called Aranya Kanda? Because it happened in the forest. Okay. And in Pushkar, in what form he is present? Water. He is present in the form of water, isn't it? So that's all aprakat. So prakat means you are able to perceive. So Lord Vishnu incarnated there. Why? He was aprakat, but he became prakat. Why? Because of the bhakti of Mahadev. Mahadev is doing arati with so much of bhakti. So you also do arati. Have the Lord come? Maybe he's there. So if you do with so much bhakti, you will come personally and receive your upacharas. Personally, he will come and receive the upacharas. So he came. And then Mahadev became so happy. And he thought, I need more hands, I need more eyes to perceive the beautiful form of Lord Vishnu. So he took 12 different forms. Who? Mahadeva. And he surrounded the Kumbha in 12 directions and he started worshipping. So 12 Mahadevas are worshipping at a time, You can see this like when you go to Haridwar, Rishikesh, there is, in the evening there is something called Ganga Arati. Have you seen many people nicely clothed, they will do Arati together. It's a visual feast. So like that, 12 Mahadevas, they surrounded and they started doing Arati. And then finally, out the 12 Mahadevas, one of the Mahadeva was Adi Kumbeswara. So why he is known as Kumbeswara? Because he is also instrumental in breaking that pot. Which pot?
That Kumbha.
That Kumbha with all the bija seeds. So here he has appeared in the form of Kumbha. If you go, when you take darshan of the Shivalinga, please pay attention. The base of the linga will be broad and the top will taper. So it is like slightly like the form of a kumbha. It is not exactly like conical as you usually see in the other Shivalingas. So that's why he is known as Adi Kumbeswara. And the Devi here is known as Sri Mangalambika. Mangalambika. Mangala means what? Very auspicious. Just by having her darshan, we can get all auspiciousness. How come she is so auspicious? Because she is Mantra Pitani Devi. Mantra Pitani means she is a reservoir of all kinds of mantras. In fact, it is said in Shakteya Shastras, she has got 36,000 crore mantras within her. 36,000 crore mantras. How many mantras we know? She knows 36,000 crore mantras. And on top of that, one day, Lord Shiva was so pleased with her. She was nicely serving Lord Shiva. So Shiva gave her a gift. What was the gift? He gave her another 36,000 crore mantras as gift. Prabhuji, please note, on marriage anniversaries, don't buy all costly gifts. Just give mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Prabhujis are ready to give, but will Matajis be happy by just receiving that mantra? So like that, now how much mantras are inside her? How many mantras? 72,000 crore mantras. That is why she is Mantra Piteshwari. That is how she has become Mangalambika. Just by having her darshan, you can derive all kinds of auspiciousness. She will usually wear yellow sari. Yellow is symbol of Mangalam. That is why in Karnataka, when we marry, the bride and the bridegroom, they wear yellow clothes, right? Do they do that?
Yellow.
Yellow, yeah. And also she will have turmeric on her forehead. Nice kumkum. Sumangali. It's a sight to behold. Beautiful darshan she gives. And she stays here as Mangalambika. So we can all pray to Mangalambika so that we are also able to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra nicely without any offenses. Next we will visit Nathan Kovil. There it is, the Lord is present as Jagannath Perumal. And it has got a lot of resemblance to Jagannath Puri in Orissa. So here they call this temple as Ten Jagannatham, Tek Jagannatham. We had one darshan of Ten Ayodhya. You remember? South Ayodhya, Ramaswamy temple. So this is known as Ten Jagannatham. And another name of the place is Nandipura Jagannatha. Why Nandi? Who is Nandi?
Shiva's
Vahana. So once what happened, Nandigeshwara went to Vaikunda to take darshan of Lord Vishnu. And when he was about to enter Vaikunda, the Dwarapalaka stopped him. And he became very angry. He said, I myself am a Dwarapalaka in Kailasa. Who are you guys to stop me? I am a very close associate of Lord Shiva. Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambho. How can you stop me? He became very angry and there was a fight. And then this Dwarapalakas gave Nandikeshwara a curse. This is Vaikunda. You are not supposed to become angry like this here. This is a Shuddha Sattva Bhumi. You cannot become angry. You cannot express your krodha here. This doesn't suit this place. So that is very important. That is why it is very important to study etiquettes. Vaishnava etiquette, Dham etiquette, all these etiquettes we should know. How to act in a particular place, time, place, circumstance. These are all important. So what was the curse? Let you have excessive heat in your body. Why that curse was given to Nandikeshwara? Because when you become angry, what will happen? Your body temperature will increase. So he said, let it increase excessively. And Nandikeshwara began to fume. Smoke began to come out of his body, excessive heat. So he ran to Kailasa and told Mahadeva, this is what happened. And Mahadeva asked, why did you go there, first of all? Who asked you to become angry there? You know, it's your mistake. You should have behaved properly. It is their place. You know, then what I should do now? I'm burning inside. And he said, you go to this Jagannatham, and you do Haribhajan there, and the Lord will bless you. So Nandikeshwara came down to this place, Jagannathapuram, and he did Haribhajan, and the Lord became pratyaksham to him and made him cool. So he became from Mr. Hot to Mr. Cool. So Prabhupada also says, you should have a warm body and a cool head. Warm body and a cool head. Because once one lady, she was a reporter, I think. She came in front of Prabhupada, he is a sannyasi. And she was exposing her entire body, very scanty clothes. And head, she was covering nicely. And Prabhupada said it should be the other way around. You have a cool head and a warm body. Dress properly, like that he was saying. So, anyway, Nandi became very cool by the blessings of the Lord there. That is why if you go inside, you will see the deity of Nandikeshwara on the wall of the Garbhagriha, which is very rare. You will not see Nandikeshwara inside a Vishnu temple. So he is right inside the Garbhagriha. So please make a note of that. When you go there, take darshan of Nandikeshwara. And there another important feature is the Lord is facing the west. Originally the Lord was facing east, but later on he turned and he started facing west. This has happened in another temple also. Originally he was facing in one direction, later on he turned. Udupi. Isn't it? That is why for Udupi we have to take darshan through a small window called, what is the name of that window? Kanakagindi. Why it is called Kanakagindi? Kanakadasa. So when the deity turns in the opposite direction, the entire Agama Shastra collapses. Isn't it? So the Lord is ready to forgo any rule for the sake of
devotees.
With others he is very strict, this rule, that rule and all. But for devotees, no rules. Because he is Bhakta Vatsala. So here also he changed his direction to take darshan of Shibi Chakravarti. Who is Shibi? He comes in the Ikshvaku Kulam, Ikshvaku dynasty. And we must have studied about his story in our school book, school days. You know? There is a wonderful story. What is the story?
He
was ready to give his own body for the sake of a small bird. Isn't it? So when the Lord was seeing this pastime, he said, such a wonderful devotee, such a wonderful person, I want to take his darshan. So he turned towards that direction where this pastime was happening. So he also gave darshan to Shibi Maharaj. So the Lord likes selfless service. No, there are two kinds of service. Service and the selfless service. What is service? When you get some prasadam, you eat everything, it is service. It is still service only. Why? Because you are having prasadam. But when you get some prasadam, special prasadam, if you distribute it to other devotees, then it becomes selfless service. Isn't it? So I am seeing during the Kumbkonam yatra, many devotees who are equally tired, who are equally hungry, they don't sit in the first row. They go and serve, you know. So it's very difficult. It's a very austere service. So Krishna will definitely bless such devotees because they are taking extra effort to serve the devotees. So that is Jagannatham. Since we have many places to go, and telling these leelas in a summary, we will not be able to cover all the leelas. So that is Jagannatham, Nandipuram. Then the next temple we will go is Swami Malaya. See, we were saying no. For Devi there are 51 temples which are special. For Shiva there are 276 temples. For Vishnu there are 108 temples. And for Lord Muruga there are 6 temples which are very important. It is known as Aru Padai. Aru means 6. You know which are those temples? Tiruchendur, then Tirutani, Palani, Palamudir Cholai, Tiruparam Gundram, then Swami Malaya. So these are the 6 temples which are very important for Lord Muruga, and we will be visiting Swami Malaya, which is one of the Aru Padai. Okay, and in Swami Malaya there are 60 steps which we have to climb. Why 60 steps exactly? Because in the Hindu calendar there are 60 samvatsaras, and each samvatsara has got a name. So to represent those 60 samvatsaras, there are 60 steps. And once what happened, Brahma came to Kailasa. He wanted to have some discussion with the Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva was in meditation. So Brahma was waiting. And a small child, a boy, he came running. He was playing with this grandpa. Who is the grandpa? Brahma. Brahma is a very old person. No? So children like grandpas very much. So this small boy was running around this grandpa, climbing on his lap, playing, pulling on his beard. He was having all pranks. Then afterwards he got bored. You know who is that boy? Muruga. Because he is the younger son. Who is the elder son? Ganapati. So Ganesh is little more well behaved. Muruga is very naughty. So Muruga was playing around with Brahma. Afterwards he got bored. And then he asked, Grandpa, how do you create? I heard that you are a wonderful creator. Then he said, I create with the help of Vedas. Vedas is my guide, manual, which helps me to create. That is why in Puranas there are many instances wherein Brahma becomes very annoyed, anxious when he loses Vedas. And then Krishna incarnates and retrieves the Vedas. You remember an incarnation where he came and retrieved Veda? Malsya Murti. The Lord incarnated as Malsya, killed an Asura called Hayagriva and retrieved the Vedas. So Vedas are very important for Brahma. Without Vedas, Brahma cannot create. So then this boy asked, Vedas is very huge, no? What is the essence of all the Vedas? Then Brahma said, it is Pranavam. Pranavam is the essence of all Vedas. Everything comes from Pranavam. So what is Pranavam? Omkara. Then this boy asked, do you know the meaning of Omkara? Then Brahma began to scratch his head. A meaning like that he started saying. Then this boy became very angry. Hey, you are such an old man. So for so many years you are consulting these Vedas and doing the creation. Till now you don't know the meaning of Omkarava. Then you are not fit to create. Come. He pulled him inside, pushed him into a room and locked the room. Henceforth you don't create. You are not eligible to do the creation. Don't even know the meaning of Omkara, such a small word. What is the use? No more creation. I will take care, he said. And the entire creation stopped because this boy has locked Brahma inside. And he did not tell Shiva also. Shiva, he came out of the meditation and he asked, where is this boy? He's playing around, and he did not tell he has locked up Brahma inside Kailasam. So later on, the Devatas are searching for Brahma in Satya Loka, and Brahma is missing. They went to the police station, complained, everyone, they are searching for Brahma. Where is Brahma? Because the creation has stopped. Then finally someone said, last time he said he is going, no, Saraswati Devi is concerned. She is saying, my husband said he is going to Kailasam. Afterwards I never saw him. Then everybody went to Kailasam and they asked, where is Brahma? Where is Shiva? Said, I don't know, he did not come here. Then finally this boy said, I have locked him inside. Then, Are Baba, you cannot do that, he is Brahma. Release him. No, I will not release. He doesn't even know the meaning of Omkara. He should not create. Then Shiva became angry. He said, do you know the meaning of Omkara? First you should know, no? Then you can complain about Brahma. He said, I know. Such a small boy. He said, I know. Then Shiva said, who taught you? I know. Then Shiva said, okay, you tell me the meaning of Omkara. He said, I cannot tell you like that. This is a very exalted concept. So you should be little more humble. You cannot demand it. You tell me the meaning. Then Shiva said, I am your father. Father and all is okay. Now you need to get Upadesham. So Shiva said, what I should do? You become humble, and I should be above you, you should be below me. The Guru should sit above and the disciple should sit below. But he is such a tiny boy. Shiva is so tall. He said, how you can be above me? He said, you take me up. So Shiva took him up and put him on his shoulders. Then what happened? He is above Shiva. Then Shiva said, now you tell me the meaning of Omkara. And Muruga gave a wonderful lecture about the different meanings of Omkara. And he became very happy. So that is the pastime that happened in Swami Malaya. Why it is called Swami Malaya? Swami means master. So there Muruga is the master, not Shiva. So that is why it is known as Swami Malaya. And then, so these 3 temples we will be covering in the morning. In the afternoon, another 4 temples. I'll tell one more temple's pastime so that we will save time. So is that okay for you? Okay. So in the afternoon, the first temple we are planning to visit is Thiru Andalakkam Perumal temple. What is the name? Thiru Andalakkam Perumal temple. That is the name of the temple. So why it got the name Thiru Aadnur? In Tamil, A means cow. Tan means own. Ur means place. So cow's own place. Andalakkam Perumal. And means rule. Alakkum means to measure. So this deity there is specialized in measuring. That is why it's a very unique deity. Normally the Lord will be in a Shayana Rupam on top of Anantasesha. But here he is in a Shayana Rupam only. As a pillow, he is using one instrument called the Marakkal. You heard about Marakkal? Marakkal in Kerala, Tamil Nadu it is there. I don't know whether you have it in Karnataka. It is like a big cylindrical pot-like thing made out of wood. Yeah. Isn't it? It is used to measure. That is when you cultivate paddy, in those days, the whole bunch of paddy will be put in one place. So they will measure, Uru Marakkal, Rendu Marakkal, they will fill this vessel, and that is considered as a basic measuring unit.
Oh, the liter.
Like liter, they have a measuring vessel, no? So for grains, the grains are measured using this vessel called Marakkal. So what is the specialty of the deity? Instead of pillow, the deity is keeping this Marakkal and is sleeping on that. So why is it so? So the reason is, Once, Kamadenu, who's Kamadenu? A cow, heavenly cow. She became little proud. She's, she has got a special power. Whatever she wants, she can create. You know, Kamadenu, Surabhi. That is why there is an episode in Ramayana. There is a fight between Vasishta and Vishwamitra. Do you remember that fight? Finally, who won the fight?
Vaisishta,
How come?
because of Kamadeva.
Because of Kamadenu. Kamadenu started producing huge battalions of army from her body. And those army men went and defeated Vishwamitra. So she's a very powerful cow. So she can create whatever she wants. Any Aishwaryam, any opulence she can create. So one day she thought, why Sri Devi is given so much prominence? Sri Devi is Aishwarya Devata. She is the Devata for all opulences, isn't it? I can also create everything. Why she is given so much prominence? So she went to the Lord and said, my Lord, I should be given more prominence. I have the equal power of Sri Devi, if not more. So then the Lord said, okay, let's see. You bring up all your Aishwaryam, I will measure it with this Marakal. So he brought a Marakal. The Lord placed one Marakal in front of her and he said, you fill this Marakal with all your Aishwaryam. Marakal is like this much height, that's it. And Kamadenu started laughing. Only this much I have to fill? I can fill the entire Prapancham with my opulence. No. Only this vessel you fill. And she deposited one pinch of her opulence. Nothing is seen. Then half kilo she put. Then 1 kilo she put. 10 kilo, 100 kilo, 1 ton. Nothing is there seen inside. The Marakal is not even filling even to the quarter. So all her opulence she used, but it is not filling up. Then she said, something is wrong with this Marakal. The Lord said, no, something is wrong with you. Marakal is fine. Then she said, okay, you call Sri Devi and let her fill this Marakal. Then Sri Devi came. You know how she filled it up? She filled it up. She just took one tulasi from the lotus feet of the Lord, chanted Harinam and deposited it, and boom, it filled up. It started overflowing with all opulences. Then Kamadenu understood why Sri Devi is more prominent. So we become prominent not out of our money, our position, good house, opulence. For the Lord, we become prominent if we have bhakti and humility. Sri Devi was very humble. No. So that pastime happened there. In order to commemorate that pastime, the Lord is using that same Marakal as his pillow. And there Agni Deva also got Shapa Moksham. So inside you will see Agni Deva in Garbhagraham. And once there was a fight between Lakshmi Devi and Vishnu. So that time Vishnu thought, every time she will fight with me and she will leave Vaikunta and go, and I have to go in search of her. This time for a change, I will leave Vaikunta and go, let her come in search of me. So tit for tat. See, all those things are happening there also. And then he left Vaikunta without telling Lakshmi Devi where he is going, and he switched off his mobile, no connection, nothing. Lakshmi Devi is searching here, there, Vishnu is not to be found. So Lakshmi Devi sent Adisesha to search Mahavishnu. So Adisesha found out the Lord hiding in this aadnur. So the Adisesha went inside and said, I am coming from Vaikunta, I wanted to search whether you are here. Then Lord Vishnu asked, how do I know that you are Adisesha? You have an ID card, some Aadhar card, something you have. How I should know? There are so many Nagas. Then Adisesha said, no, I am your old servant. No. You should prove. Then Adisesha started reciting the holy names of the Lord. So he started chanting Vishnu Sahasranama, thousands of namas of the Lord. Then Vishnu said, okay, now I understand you are Adisesha. So then Adisesha said, next time when you go and hide somewhere, Again, if you ask for Aadhaar card, ID card and all, I don't have. So you better you give something now only. So what Vishnu did, he gave Samashayanam to Adisesha. That is, he has got two tools, that Shanga and Chakra. Then Adisesha is some other ID. No. This is permanent ID. And he stamped Shanga and Chakra for Adisesha also. So in Thiru inside Garbhagraham, you will see Adisesha with Shanga Chakra Mudras. So that is the permanent ID. So that is why we should always, as Vaishnavas, have tilak on 12 parts of the body. Otherwise, Vishnu will come and use that red hot stamp. So better if you want to avoid, put nicely with the Gopi Chandan. And what is the time?
7:27.
Okay, it's a late. So one more pastime we'll say and we will complete. That is, once Thirumangai Alvar came there. Thirumangai Alvar is one Alvar who did a wonderful contribution of constructing the outer wall of Srirangam. How many of you have visited Srirangam? Oh, very few people are. You should definitely visit Srirangam. Srirangam is the first temple in the 108 Dividation list. First temple. It's a very important temple. You should definitely visit. You did not do Srirangam Yatra?
Long back.
Very long back. Okay. So, in Srirangam, the outer wall was constructed by Thirumangai Alvar. So, he couldn't find enough money to give to the laborers. So, one day his accountant came and told him, today evening, labor's salary, no money. That's all. All our money is gone. Today, tomorrow, for laborers, no salary. Then he said, how can tomorrow there is an important work? I don't know. There is no money. You have to find out. So, Thirumangai Alvar came here and he started praying to which deity? Andalakkam Perumal. They said, you have to arrange for some money. Tomorrow, I don't have any money to pay for the laborers. If I don't pay, the construction will stop. Then in the dream, the Lord said, one rich man, he is my devotee only, he will come to the construction site. Tomorrow's labor charges he will give. You don't worry. So next day, Thirumangai Alvar also went to the site. Morning, nobody came. Afternoon, nobody came. Evening, the laborers have almost completed that day's work. They have all queued up to get the salary, and this man is nowhere there. Then Thirumangai Alvar started sweating. Thousands of laborers are standing in the queue, to get the salary. Then suddenly one man came with a turban, and he was holding a marakkal, the same measuring vessel. And this man said, Thirumangai Alvar asked, where is the money? Don't worry, I'll use this marakkal. And then he asked all the laborers to stand in a proper queue, and he said, one by one you come, okay? And he took a huge pile of sand. It was there. He sat near a huge pile of sand, and with this marakkal, he was filling the sand and he was giving it to the laborers. This is your salary. And they're like, what? Whole day we worked, you are giving sand as salary. This is salary. And Thirumangai Alvar is somewhere there. He's making arrangements for the next day's work. So he is not there. So this laborers became very angry. Then this is your salary. You show your uttariyam. And then the first man he poured and he opened, it has become gold. So the sand became golden sand. So he's very happy. And the second man, again gold. But third man, half gold, half sand. Fourth man, again full gold. Fifth man, quarter gold, 3/4 sand. Like that, for different people, the proportion of gold is different. Why? As per their work. All the laborers, they don't do work properly. They'll take a break in between, vada break, tea break, bhaji break, they will not work for the 8 hours. So the Lord knows, how much they have worked. So accordingly, it will become gold. So like that, the Lord distributed salary using that marakkal and blessed Thirumangai Alvar. So like this, many pastimes happen there. So this temple we will be visiting in the afternoon as per our plan as the first temple. Now 3 more temples are there. If I tell everything together, you will forget. Even this you may have forgotten half. So that we will do in the afternoon section. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Now